Hello everyone, welcome back to Avery's Apron. My name is Avery and I'm so excited because today we are making spicy chicken and sausage gumbo. This recipe was so good. It's something I've been wanting to try homemade for a really long time and I'm glad that I finally got to it. Now I'm here to share it with you guys, so let's hop right into it. Okay, so real quick, here are all the ingredients I'm going to be using for my recipe today. When you're ready to make this recipe, you can check out the description box down below because that is where I will list all the ingredients, measurements, all that jazzy stuff like that. Okay, so check that out. But here we are just starting off by seasoning our chicken. So I've got some boneless, skinless chicken thighs that I did clean up. I trimmed them up a little bit, and now I'm just seasoning them with olive oil, salt, and pepper. Okay, I'm going to give this a good toss, and we're going to get this ready to sear in the pan in just a little bit. So I've set my chicken to the side and now I'm just going to go ahead and brown up my sausage. I've got my pot here over about medium-high heat. I drizzled in a little bit of olive oil and I'm just going to brown this up until it is nice and golden on the outside, okay? I'm using Andouille Sausage today. I just sliced it up and cut it into little half circle pieces, okay? We're just getting a nice crust like I said before. Once they're nice and brown, I'm going to remove them from the pot and we are going to sear our chicken. Okay, and our sausage is looking fabulous. This is good enough for me, so I'm going to take it out and I'm going to go ahead and show you how I seared my chicken. So I did this in batches and I'm showing you like the second or third batch. I don't remember which one it was, but I'm just laying it in the pot, making sure that all of my pieces are in an even layer. I don't want any pieces on top of each other because I want to make sure everything gets a nice little brown and color on it. This is just going to help to develop the flavors in your gumbo, okay? When you have those nice crusty bits in the bottom, it's super yummy. It adds to the flavor of your dish, okay? So I'm just going to sear these off. I'm going to let them get brown on one side, flip it, let it get brown on the other side. Then I'm going to remove it from the pan completely. And we are going to go ahead and get started with our roux. Okay, so my chicken is out of the way and now it is time for the base of our gumbo, which is the roux, okay? I just went in with half a cup of vegetable oil and I'm going in with half a cup of all-purpose flour and I'm going to whisk this constantly, okay? My stove is still on about medium heat and we're just going to do this nice and low and slow, okay? You want to whisk this constantly. I can't say it enough because it is super important. This burns very quickly if you do not continue to whisk, okay? And if it burns, you're gonna have to dump it out and start over completely. And honestly, this process already takes long enough, okay? So just make sure you're paying attention. So you only have to do it one time, all right? I think in total, this took about 25 minutes or so. So honestly, it's just a labor of love, okay? Just whisk and whisk and whisk and be very patient, okay? We're trying to achieve a nice thick, rich roux, and we want it to be a nice dark, not too dark, but like a deep brown color, okay? So we're gonna whisk until we achieve that. Alright, so here we are. Our roux is nice and brown and it's nice and thick. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in my veggies. At this point, you want to move quickly, okay? Because once your roux starts to get brown, it gets dark very fast, okay? So you just got to be ready to move. You got to be ready to add your ingredients in so that you don't burn anything, okay? But I just went in with my diced yellow onion, green bell pepper, and celery, okay? I'm just gonna stir this into my roux and cook it down until the veggies start to sweat a little bit. In total, it was about 5 minutes or so. And then I went in with my low sodium chicken broth. I'm going to stir that in as well. And then we're going to season everything. And you guys, this is actually my first time both cooking and tasting gumbo, okay? I've never had it before because I know typically it has like crab and shrimp and crawfish, things like that in it, and I'm actually allergic to all of those things, okay? So I've never been able to try it. I'll never be able to try real authentic gumbo, but it's always been something that looks so good to me. I've always wanted to taste it, okay? So I think this is as close as I'm gonna get. So all my Louisiana natives, all my New Orleans natives, let me know in the comments, how am I doing? Okay, I'd love to know. I'll take all constructive criticism. Let me know if there's something that I'm missing, or a step that I skipped or didn't do properly. Let me know. But anyways, you guys, as you just saw, I just seasoned everything up really nicely. I used the Tony Chachere's Creole Seasoning, the original Creole Seasoning, and then I also used the more spice version of that seasoning, okay? I also went in with a couple of, basic seasonings like garlic and onion powder, black pepper. I wanted it to be spicy, so I did add in some crushed red pepper flakes as well as some cayenne pepper, okay? You can leave those out if you don't prefer spicy. It's totally up to you, okay? I also went in with a couple of bay leaves just for some added flavor. And yeah, I let this simmer for about 2 hours over low heat. Also wanted to let you guys know that I did not add any extra salt to this recipe, okay? The sausage is pretty salty on its own, and then both of the Creole seasonings that I added are pretty salty on their own as well. So I don't think the extra salt was necessary, okay? But you can definitely taste it for yourself and adjust the seasonings accordingly. It's really just up to you and your taste, okay? Also, I did not add any of the Gumbo File, I think is how you pronounce it. The filet seasoning, I did not add that to this particular recipe. You can definitely add that in at this point as well. I guess it just gives it a more authentic gumbo flavor. Okay, I couldn't find it, which is why I didn't add it, and I felt like it would still be good without it. I'll definitely try that next time, but yeah, I left that out this time. Anyways, yeah, like I said, I let this simmer for about 2 hours on low heat. When it was done, I served it with some white rice and some cornbread, and it was absolutely delicious, okay? But that is it for today's recipe, you guys. I hope that you have enjoyed watching. I hope you give this recipe a try. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And yeah, I will talk to y'all in the next one. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you are new here, and stay tuned to the end because my sister is going to taste test this for you guys, all right? I will talk to y'all in the next one. Bye. Guys, my usual taste testers are not here, so Danielle is stepping in. Thank you for your sacrifice and your service. Go ahead, let us know. Got andouille sausage and chicken.
Oh, hot.
Yep.
Trying to get you.
Ooh, spicy.
It's hot.
What do you think? Out of 10?
Yeah.
Out of 10. Ooh, 10 out of 10.